Hello, my name's Andrew, and today we're doing an all-natural knotty wood pine floor install for van life. Last episode of the van build, I put in a wool insulated subfloor with cross supports and a waterproof mold-resistant plywood top layer. So the first step for my finished floor was choosing materials, and from what I'd seen, there's basically 4 options. Plywood, which is cheap and easy, but looks kind of meh. Vinyl, which is cheap and easy, but looks fake and is full of toxic chemicals. Softwood, like knotty pine, which is affordable, gorgeous, and lightweight, although less durable. And hardwood, which is expensive and heavy, but really attractive and definitely durable. Practically speaking, hardwood is probably the best option, but I went with knotty pine because I grew up in an old farmhouse with pine floorboards, and I just wanted the van to feel like home, even if that meant a few scrapes and dents. For my finish, the choice was pretty similar. There's polyurethane and epoxy, which are cheap and durable, but full of toxic chemicals and kind of fake looking. Hard wax, which is a little more expensive, but durable with low toxicity and kind of a shiny look. And oils like tung, which are expensive and a little less durable, but food grade and more of a natural matte. While hard wax did seem great, I decided to buy a gallon of pure tung oil from Heritage Natural Finishes since it darkens the wood a little bit and leaves the grain looking more natural. Also, I picked up a quart of citrus solvent from Real Milk Paint to help the tung penetrate the surface of the wood. In terms of fasteners, brass is a nice subtle option, but I decided to settle on black oxide screws, which have a sort of modern farmhouse vibe and contrasted nicely with the golden colored pine. For the layout, I just slid my knotty pine shiplap boards into the van, lined the first one up with the cargo door entrance since that would be the most visible point, filled in the middle, spacing out the rest of the boards with 1/16 inch slices of wood, and then used a jigsaw to cut out pieces for the sides. Unfortunately, the lumber yard I bought from was out of 12-foot boards, so I just went with 10-foot and laid out the back of horizontal boards, making sure to number them all so I didn't get them mixed up later. With the layout set, I went along and marked holes an inch in from the sides of each board every foot, and then used a countersink to drill them out. Finally, I sanded down the edges of the shiplap to prevent splinters, brushed off any sawdust, and then started applying my first coat of finish with a cloth, using 50% tung and 50% citrus to help the oil penetrate more deeply into the wood. After 15 minutes or so, I came back with a clean cloth and wiped off any excess oil that hadn't soaked in. Next, I left the boards alone for 2 to 3 days until they were dry to the touch, at which point I smoothed them down very lightly with 300 grit sandpaper, and then did a second coat with 70% tung and 30% citrus. Once that dried, I clamped the first longboard into the van, drilled holes into the plywood, and then screwed it down, working one board at a time with the 1/16 inch spacers, and using a stick wedged up against the van wall to put tension on any that weren't quite straight. Since in the future I was going to be doing maintenance coats inside the van instead of on a drying rack, I figured I might as well try my third coat that way too, in case there was any issues, and it worked out fine. Although I will say that it's important to work from one end to the other so that you don't paint yourself into a corner, and I also found it helpful to open all of my windows, as well as my cargo door, which has a bug wall screen, and keep my max air fan running for a few days to help with the drying. Like most van build projects, I had no idea whether the plan in my head was going to work out in reality, but the combination of knotty pine, natural tung oil, and black oxide screws really was gorgeous. So now I can move on to installing the ceiling panels and walls, which will definitely start making the van feel like a real home on wheels. That said, if you'd like to learn more, I put a link down below to all the materials I use for this project, as well as a bunch of other videos in my van build playlist. And if you have a question about installing a natural wood floor or about van life in general, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.